Hello, welcome to Wellness Kitchen Wednesday. It's me, Coach Carmen. I'm here in the kitchen today because I want to share with you one of my basic salads that you should have in your arsenal for sure. You want to have basic things that you can go to. I call it my arsenal because I know that when I prepare these foods, I have what I need to be well, to feel well, to heal even if I need to. So you want to have that arsenal. So if I ask you, what's in your arsenal? What's in your wellness kitchen arsenal that you can go to and have and know that it's going to make you feel good and look good, and give you that sense of well-being. One of the things I like to have, of course, are awesome smoothies. Smoothies are great to have in your arsenal. The next thing, in addition to smoothies, are salads. So I want to talk to you about my salad. I have it in my cookbook as an everyday salad, but what I've done is I've added so much into the salad because really and truly, the more you can add to your salad, the more of a meal it becomes. And not only that, it really starts to feed your microbiome. A lot of people are used to having lettuce, if it's iceberg lettuce only, would help them. But because there's just not enough green in iceberg lettuce. It's nothing wrong with it, but it's best to have iceberg lettuce with some other lettuce, some other greens that are great, right? So they usually just put the lettuce and tomatoes. Basically, that's it, lettuce and tomatoes. That is a little side thing that you can have that really doesn't serve you that much. But if you really want to heal and get filled up and feel like you have prepared something that will sustain you, you want to add more things to your salad. So let me just show you my salad. Let's start off with that. So I keep this in the refrigerator. I like to keep it in the refrigerator filled up. Both hubby and I had meals from this salad yesterday, so it's not that full, but you can see that it has a lot of colors. It's like the rainbow, really, a beautiful rainbow. And some of the things that's included in the salad is red cabbage. That's right. Have you ever thought about putting red cabbage in your salad? I've been doing this for years, and I'm telling you, it makes the salad so much more heartier and great for your microbiome. Right? You want to feed the good bacteria. And the best way to do that is to add a variety of greens into your food. Hello to all of my live viewers, my sisters. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here in the kitchen with me today. So now let me show it to you again so maybe you can see it a little better. You see, it's loaded with different things. I even have yellow peppers in here. Oh, yeah. And not only do I have romaine lettuce, but I also have a mixed green variety. And you can purchase the mixed greens in your supermarket. They usually come in a big container. I always like to buy one big container a week, and I mix that in with my lettuce, with my romaine lettuce. So this way I have all these different types of lettuce, mixed lettuce in there, purple lettuce, all kinds of different things in here. See that? You know what I'm talking about, right? So you definitely want to add that. Add a couple of handfuls of the mixed greens into your salad. So we also have onions. And onions are great to have in your salad. You want to slice them nice and thin. And so you're not biting into a big piece of onion. See, as thin as this, kind of translucent. That's beautiful. Yes. And anything else you want to add into the salad. But we are going to make a couscous salad. So what we're going to do is take this salad and we're going to put it aside and start with the couscous because we're going to add vegetables into the couscous and we're going to put that couscous when it's complete on top of our salad with a couple of other things to make it awesome and amazing. Okay, so let me put this back. Let's start with the couscous. Okay, so I have a cup of couscous, and I like to buy, if I can get the organic couscous, that's awesome. That's non-GMO as well, beautiful. But I'll settle for the non-GMO. So this is Near East couscous, and I usually get this unless I'm buying it in bulk from the health food store. So we have the couscous, and what I like to do is put it in a decent sized plastic container or glass container with a cup of water. But before I pour the water into the couscous, we have to spice it up, of course, right? So we have some onion powder, some garlic powder, and I love to put curry powder in my couscous. Good amount of curry. I also love basil. I am a basil girl. Love me some basil. But if you prefer a different type of herb, do your thing, sweetie. Do your thing, whatever works for you. Whatever you prefer, go for it, right? So the other thing I have to add is the salt component, and we're going to use our Bragg liquid aminos, which I have in this container because we purchased a large size. All right, so you put a good squirt or two, whatever you think is good for you, because it is salty, so you want to be careful. Some black pepper, and now we're going to add the water. We're just going to give it a little stir. Like to stir it up. Just let the couscous get incorporated. Let the water, I should say, infuse the spices into the couscous. Right? So there you go. Right? So we're going to cover this. We're going to put it aside and let it do its thing. Yeah, so we're not cooking this. Not cooking it. All right, so let's get started with the dressing. Now, I am known for my amazing homemade dressings, and I teach my clients how to make amazing dressings. In fact, I have so many dressings in the cookbook that you receive when you sign up for the 28-day body and soul detox. The cookbook is part of the program, so it's great. You get the cookbook, and you also get the detox book, which so many people had said that was like, to them, it was like getting the holy grail of wellness. Which I'm like, that's kind of dramatic, but I'll receive it because that's what God gave me. The Holy Spirit just downloaded all that information to me. I did research for those years I was sick, and it turned out to become the 28-day body and soul detox with the cookbook and the detox book. Yeah. So we'll talk more about that some other time. But right now, we're going to make this salad dressing. So this is my Asian dressing. It is a dressing that I love. It's one of my favorites. But I'm going to make it where it's a little less fatty, right? So it won't have as much fat, because what we're going to do is we're going to add the olive oil, but we're also going to add some zucchini to get it to be creamy, and also to get it to be, more full and more rich, right? Okay, so we're going to ignore the phone ringing in the background. All right, so we have the olive oil, which is kind of a lot, but we're going to make a good amount of dressing, right? So this looks like it's about 3/4 of a cup of olive oil, right? But you can use less olive oil if you want to, okay? Because we do want to be conscious about the oil content, right? So we have that oil in there, but then now we're also going to add a half of zucchini, about a half of a nice sized zucchini I cut up, and I added that to the oil. So that's going to make it less fatty, and you can even add less oil and more zucchini if you want to, right? I almost forgot something. All right, so because we don't want to forget this. This is very important. I'll tell you what it is in a second. All right, so now we have the base for the most part, and we're going to add our flavorings in here. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to kick this thing up with some punch. That's not only going to give it that flavor that you want, it's also going to give you a lot of health benefits. We have the two powerhouses, garlic and ginger. So I'm putting almost a thumb length, maybe a little less than a thumb length of ginger in this. And then look at this big piece of garlic, big garlic clove. Putting that and another small garlic clove in there. Because what I want to do is make sure that this is not just for taste or to drown out the taste of the greens if you don't like greens, but it's also to feed your microbiome again. You constantly hear me talking about that because this is it. It's like having a factory in your body that's causing and creating, these good bacteria, these good guys that are going to be doing a lot of heavy lifting for you, making sure that your immune system is healthy, making sure that you don't have diseases and different mold and fungus and yeast building up in your body. They're there for us, right? And the factory is making sure that they are developed and they're healthy and strong, right? So that's why you want to make sure that you put as much as you can that's going to feed them and going to push away and kill the bad guys, right? All right. So now, even though I have that fresh garlic in there and the fresh ginger, I'm also going to be putting powdered spices in here as well. This is this powdered ginger. I have I would say close to a teaspoon. You could do a half a teaspoon if you like. Going back to the garlic powder and the onion powder. Then we're going to incorporate all of the liquids. This out of the way. Are you excited? Oh my goodness, you should be. Because when you can make your own salad dressing, you are golden. You don't have to buy bottled salad dressing. You can make your own whenever you want it. It is just such a great, empowering feeling when you can make your own dressings and things that you use on a regular basis, right? It really is. So we're going to, let me show you this. Coach Carmen tip coming up, coming your way. All right. So here we have toasted sesame. And you can buy toasted sesame seed oil. This is non-GMO and organic. You can purchase a small one like this in the supermarket and keep purchasing it over and over again. Or you can go to Amazon or a big box store and you can get the same thing or its equivalent and fill up your jar. All right, so I'm going to add about a quarter of a cup of the oil of the sesame seed, toasted sesame seed, okay? And like I said, go on and save yourself some money and time by buying a big container of your oils and reuse them over and over again in a small container like that, okay? So we have that oil. Now we're going to do a few squirts of the red liquid aminos. This is where we're going to get the salt. 1, 2, 3. You can add more if you need to. All right. Okay. What's next? We have to add balsamic vinegar. Yes, balsamic vinegar. So this is how I like to see this looking. If I have oil in here, I just, because, I'm not that great with measuring, even though the cookbook has the measurements. But you see this? You see the oil up here. You don't want to have half and half of oil versus the balsamic vinegar because it's going to be too much vinegar. So this is actually pretty good. Okay. And then what I like to do, and again, this is for the health benefits. more so than anything, the apple cider vinegar. So just go on and give yourself a nice. You see, the mother came out there too. You know what the mother is, right? The mother is. The mothers are these brown things at the bottom that's moving around in there when you turn it around. Little things. You may not be able to see it, but they're there. And that's the living cultures. That's what's going to feed the microbiome. So that is wonderful. If you buy vinegars that's dead, it's just nothing there, especially white vinegars, don't even deal with white vinegars unless you're preparing meat. Other than that, you don't need white vinegar. All right, so we got our vinegars here. We have everything except one thing that we really, really need, and that is our seed powder made out of flax. So you take your flax. I don't want to reach over there, but anyway, you know what flax seeds look like, right? So you take your flax seeds and you put them in your coffee grinder or in a NutriBullet, and you will have flax powder, flour, or powder, whatever you want to call it. But what's great about this is that it's fresh, as opposed to buying the flax meal. They call it flax meal too, but no, make your own. So I'm going to use about 2 tablespoons of the flax meal, because what that's going to do, again, double duty. Not only is it going to thicken your dressing, it's going to what? Feed your microbiome. That's right. Yes, it's going to cause you to eliminate nice and smooth and easy, because it works with your digestive system, and it helps to flush things out in a nice, easy, gentle kind of way. Little gentle. And of course, you're getting all the benefits of the flax seeds. We know flax seeds are great. Flax seeds, like if you take this flax powder and you add it to applesauce, it's going to lower your blood pressure. Yes, it's awesome. I talked about that. Coach Denise and I spoke about that. I think it was one of our podcasts. I think when we were talking about the microbiome. I'm wondering if I'm missing anything, because I don't have my cookbook in front of me. I just winged. I mean, I just do this like it's like that. But sometimes when you're doing it in front of people, you forget some things. That's just why I should have had my cookbook. But I think I'm pretty good. I feel like I'm missing something though. Let's see. Look at that. Look at that. Ooh. I knew I was missing something. It just came to me. Maple. Or if you want to go super low glycemic, go in and put your dates in there. So you can put dates. You know, I always talk about soaking the dates, because there's so many things you can do with soaked dates. If nothing else, you could just make a nice sweet sauce that can go on top of your banana ice cream and that kind of thing. But to save time, I'm just going to take some nice organic maple syrup, because you want your sweet component. That's important. And if you want to go on and really kick the bad boys and the ding ding, boom, right? Then you want to add some cayenne pepper or some pepper flakes. So you can add some cayenne pepper or pepper flakes. Add a little bit. I don't usually add cayenne pepper to this dressing. It just went up my nose. But again, anything you can do to keep this thing going good. And of course, bad bacteria does not like anything hot. No, it doesn't. They don't. So, of course, you're going to give it a taste. See that creaminess? See, that's what I'm talking about. When it makes you want to shout, you know you got something. Oh, that's so good. Beloved, that's so good. So we have our dressing now. We got our dressing now. Isn't that awesome? So how easy that was, right? Let's look at the couscous, see what's happening with that. Oh, look at that. I would say it's like magic, but I don't believe in magic. Oh my gosh, isn't it beautiful? Yeah, okay, so we're gonna put that aside again. Now, normally what I have to do, I'm gonna do it. These were frozen peas, frozen corn, right? So you always want to have organic frozen corn and frozen peas in the refrigerator because you can make raw dishes even though they're frozen. So these are going to be warmed up a little bit. Like say, I want to show you this because when they come out of the freezer, they have all of that frost on them. You don't want to use them like that. What you want to do, this water's not that hot, but this doesn't have the frost in it, so on top of it and all around the little kernels and stuff. So I don't have to worry about it so much. But usually what I do is I have hot water running, and then I just take the vegetables and I pour it in the strainer. Right? And I'm going to mix these together because they're going to be going into the couscous together. So we'll just save time. Oh, I licked my fingers. I didn't wash my hands. I know you're probably saying that in your mind. She licked her fingers and she didn't wash her hands. So I know. Take this hot water, just run it over the vegetables. No big deal. Get that frost off of them. Shake it, shake it, shake it. Get the water off of them. All right. So now we're going to empty out our couscous into the container. Get that out. Get it all out. This is so nice to do on a Sunday. This couscous will last in your refrigerator for several days. So you can keep eating it over and over again with various salads. Okay, so we're going to take our vegetables. That's the peas and the corn. Put it in a bowl. Then I grated some carrots, organic carrots, and just one carrot. It wasn't even a very big carrot because all I needed was this much. If you want to have a lot more, you just double it. Okay, so I'm just mixing this up, mixing it all together. That's it. I used to add a sauce to this. I used to make a sauce and add that to this mixture. But what happens is it doesn't last as long in the refrigerator. So I just leave it like this. And, when I'm ready to eat it, I'll just throw my dressing on top of it. Okay, so there you go. Beautiful, right? Okay, so now we have that, and that's ready. And let's see. And what we can do too, we can taste it because even though it's sort of like a side dish, you still want it, or like it's replacing your rice or your, potatoes or whatever, but you still want it to have all the flavor. It's fine. Just fine. Just like that. So let's see. Now we have our salad dressing. We have the couscous. And again, you can add whatever you want to add to this couscous. I like this combination. It works very well for me. It's in the cookbook and a lot of people love it. Okay, so let's get this salad back out. And should I use a plate or a bowl? Let me use a plate because this way you can see it better. Like that. Go like this. I love this. There's all of the red cabbage in there. I'm telling you, it really makes it a meal. And the onions. I like the red onions. My favorite onions are red onions and sweet onions. Those are my favorite. But sometimes I can't find them organic, like in a big bag. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Yes. Put that on the side right there. I can't wait for my vegetable garden to come up. And I can't wait for the edible flowers because I love to add edible flowers to my meals. It makes it so pretty. Okay, so now we're going to add our couscous. Do you have a scooper? That's nice. So you can just load that up. Load it up. The top, like so. More peas over there. I'm going to take, I think I have one in the refrigerator. Avocado. Oh, and let me just do this. Just pour this in here. Wow, look how thick that is. Sometimes you have to make the hole a little larger. And if you have a variety of different homemade dressings, you can just get a label maker, use your label maker, and just label them, which is what I used to do. I'm going to start doing it again for sure. So yeah, there you go. Now we're going to cut our avocado. You always have to pray when you cut an avocado. You're like, Lord Jesus, let this avocado be nice. Oh, it's beautiful. Just for you. Yes. Because you never know what you're gonna get with an avocado. At least in New York. In California, I'm sure they're all perfect. Mexico, all perfect. New York, not so much. All right. Let me get a spoon. So scoop this out. Scoop it, scoop, scoop. Like so. Get it all out. Yes. I just want to go around like so. That. And now for the dressing. Okay, here we go. Okay, there you go. Can you see it? Yeah, I like to add some pepper on top of this. This is fresh ground pepper. Definitely. Get some of this. Fingers everything on it. Mm. Oh man, you make me feel mighty real. You make me feel mighty real. You make me feel mighty real. All right, there you go, my sisters. Did you like it? Is it awesome? Let me know below. All right. God bless you all. I look forward to seeing you during the detox. You're coming, right? You're going to join us, right? You don't have that much time to join us, but you can do so. And I'll give you the link to do so. It's just sharingthebliss.com/detox. Super easy, right? And you can always call me if you have any questions. So Coach Carmen, I have some questions. Can I call you? Yes, you can, my sister. You can call me. All right? All right. Love you. Have a beautiful rest of the week. I'll see you during Sacred Self-Care Saturday on the business page, facebook.com/Coach Carmen, number 4, letter U. I'll put that ticker tape around there. Going across, you can see it. Yes, that's where I'm at right now on the business page. Meet me there on Saturday. I'll see you there, 9 o'clock Eastern. All right. Enjoy, my loves. Let me know when you make the salad and the dressing how you like it, okay? All right. Love you. Talk to you soon. Bye bye.